question we have is what is commonly referred as the matching problem. What matching problem is that, say you have four envelopes and you have four letters. Envelopes are 1, 2, 3 and 4 and letters are 1, 2, 3 and 4. How many ways the letters can go into the envelope? So the first can go into any of the four envelopes. The second can go in any of the ways in three envelopes. So there are four envelopes in which he can go. The first one can go, second one can go in three, third one can go in any of the ways in two envelopes, and the fourth one will have to go in one. So the total possible ways these letters can go into the envelopes is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, or 4 factorial. So because there are 4 envelopes. Now one question is, what are the chances that everyone will get the correct letter only? What is the probability that everyone will get the correct letter? Now since there are 24 possibilities, the possibility of this happening is just 1 out of 24. So 1 out of 24. What are the chances that no one gets the letter? So but what is the probability that no one gets correct letter? Probability of no one getting correct letter, it's a little bit challenging to calculate, and easier to calculate is that at least one person gets the correct letter. Now seems straightforward, at least one person gets the correct letter, but how do we actually measure it? So it is, let's say A1 is the first person gets the correct letter, A2 is the second person gets the correct letter, A3 is the third person getting the correct letter, and A4 is the fourth person. You want A1 or A2 or A3 or A4 will meet this criteria that at least one person gets the correct letter. In probability terms, we call it a union. So we call it a union. So let's and what would that be? As we had learned previously, this is going to be probability of A1 plus probability of A2 plus probability of A3 plus probability of A4 minus, we're gonna minus it all of these possible combination. This will be probability of A and A1 and A2 minus probability of A1 and A3 minus probability of A1 and A4 minus probability of A2 and A3 minus probability of A2 and A4 minus probability of A3 and A4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then the next one is in an add, which will be the probability of A1, A2, A3 plus probability of A1, A2, A4 plus probability of a2, a3, a4 plus probability of a1, a3, a4, and the last one is going to be a negative, which is the probability of a1 and a2 and a3 and a4, all of them getting the correct letter. This we had already calculated that it is going to be 1 out of 24. So now let's calculate probability of a1, which is the one person getting the correct letter. What would that be? That the first person gets the correct letter, which is fixed, but the rest of the three can be any random combinations. So this will be fixed, which is the p1, but these can be random. So this will be 3 factorial, and the total is 24 anyway. So this is 6 out of 24, or 1 out of 4. And this will go for a2, a3, and a4. Now let's calculate what is going to be p of a1 and a2. So now two are fixed. This and this is fixed, and the only two are allowed to vary, this little 2 one. So 2 factorial. So this will basically becomes 2 factorial divided by 24. 2 factorial is just 2 out of 24, or 1 out of 12. Same is going to be with probability of a1 and a2 and a3. So this and this are all, so this and this are all fixed, and the other one is also going to be the same. So this just basically becomes 1 out of 24. So what you have here is 1 out of 4 plus 1 out of 4 plus 1 out of 4 plus 1 out of 4 minus 6 1 out of 12 plus 4 1 out of 24 minus 1 out of 24. Or you can also see the way it is written is basically 1 minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 6 minus 1 by 24. Or you can also see that this can be written as 1 minus 2 factorial plus 3 factorial minus 4 factorial. So if you obviously do this one, you will come out to be 15 out of 24, and the event that you were trying to find out, no one gets the correct letter, is going to be 1 minus 15 out of 24, or 9 out of 24. That will be your final answer. But this is a useful question here. In case they ask what are the probability that 5 envelopes, then you just keep adding it. So that will be 1 minus 2 factorial plus 1 upon 3 factorial minus 1 upon 4 factorial, then the next will be 1 upon 5 factorial, and that will give you that answer.